G'day guys, it's the Pink King here and I'm back with another of my AFL Premiership season for 2020. We're in round 3, it's game 4 I think it is of the round. So we've got Adelaide Crows and Brisbane Lions. They've both won one game each. Won one and lost one. Crows beat Port, obviously lost to Sydney in round 1. Brisbane lost to Hawthorn round 1 and then they beat... Shit, I don't even know. Can't even remember. I know they've won and lost, but I forget against who. Oh, it was North Melbourne they beat. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Both teams wanting to get a positive record after this game. Alright, so we're at the Adelaide Oval for Adelaide versus Brisbane. Two teams that have almost the same colours, pretty much.
Saturday afternoon football. I'm Anthony Hudson.
It still looks really weird just how they've done the outside of the stadium. Yeah, I think we're seeing the teams. That's cool, let's go. Ah, Birchall gets his 250th game.
In full confidence, they're looking sharp, and the crowd are appreciating it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play
Third
today.
game for Brisbane.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play today.
Cool, let's go.
The captains of both sides make their way to the middle for the coin toss.
Sloan and Zorko roll up.
Brisbane kicking to the left of screen.
Brisbane one. Let's do it.
And here we go. It's Adelaide taking
Ball
on
up
Brisbane.
and we've got some short ass up against
Zorko comes away with the ball.
Riley O'Brien.
Hacks it out of there.
I don't know who that was, but it wasn't Steph Martin in the right. Ball goes to empty space and socket forward from the Crows. They socket forward again and they don't quite have no one in front of them, but yeah, not a whole lot stopping them from kicking that first goal. Wayne Malera picks up the loose ball, snaps and goes straight through the middle. So Adelaide start quick, start fast, and off they go again. Straight out of the middle, kicked forward, dodge tackle, handballed out, just avoids getting hold of the ball. Ball comes out to Brisbane and they're away. They kick it forward, there's a pack formed and Bro Smith takes the mark over, I don't know. Can't really tell who's who. Anyway, Robertson handballs 1-2 pass. It ends out at the back. Socket off the ground and Hugh McGluggage kicks the goal. A quick response from Brisbane. They're not going to go down without a fight. Both teams with a 1-1 record. They want to finish the round 2-1. Ball comes forward for Adelaide. They seem to be winning all the clearances and ruck taps. Bryce Gibbs takes the mark and goes wide on the 50. Malera can't quite bring it to advantage and it's kicked back out of the 50. Where Talia, who's worked his way up the ground on the wing, kicks it back into the middle. Brodie Smith dodges one but gets pinged for throwing the ball. Brisbane look for a target inside 50 and they find McGluggage again. He seems to be playing up higher or deeper than he normally does. And he kicks another one. He's not. I guess he's been rotated into the forward line to start the game, and it's worked out. He's kicked the first 2 goals for Brisbane, and they're now in front by a goal. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Ball bombed up high. No mark taken. It bounces a couple times, and Charlie Cameron is tackled with no price. So the ball goes up. Crows find the clearance again, and look who's under it again, and none other than McGluggage. Spoilt though. Will there be a... Oh, it gets free, and Hipwood manages to come up with the ball, and he hits the post. So 7 points of difference. Brisbane seem to be losing all the clearances and all the taps, but seem to be getting all the plays at the moment. They got 3 on 2 here. Ends up in the goal square. Who gets the foot boot to ball? Neither of them. Charlie Cameron unlucky, couldn't quite get there before the Crows player. And the ball gets knocked out of the square, and it's quarter time. Brisbane up by 7.
Any thoughts from you, Gaz?
Brisbane have been inside 50 less times than the opposition, but they're making the most of their chances, and that sees them in front.
So Brisbane's only been inside 50 twice, apparently, but they've kicked 3 scoring shots, and they had it in their forward line trying to get a 4th scoring shot. So, yeah, they've lost every single hit out so far, which is surprising because they're in front, but I did think they hadn't won a single hit out. It doesn't show clearances as a stat here. I want to see the clearances because I feel like you'd find that Adelaide's also won all the clearances. Anyhow, ball goes up for the start of the second quarter. Riley O'Brien absolutely dominating still. Ball goes forward for Crows. Can there be a mark? It can, but not to the Crows. It's Alex Willardon. He sends it about 20 metres away, where Crows end up with the ball. I think that was Tex. He's bombed it inside the centre square. He's kicked the goal. So Crows get the response. And still, it seems like Brisbane haven't sorted out their ruck situation, and it's going to start hurting them now. Mark in the goal square by Miles Paholke. That's 50. He's just walked across the mark. Nothing doing. He's walked across the mark again, and he's missed. Miles Paholke, he was the one in round 1. I didn't record that round, but when I was trying to get the percentages correct and all that, he's the one that kept missing from directly in front for me. So anyway, Brisbane try and work it out. Birchwood goes for a danger kick, and with a little bit of angle, Ben Keys can kick a goal to put Crows in front. Well, is anyone getting back? No, they won't. And you've got to have a player on the goal line at all times. Brisbane just don't understand that. And they're now down by a goal.
Adelaide got 6. Back in the middle now.
Ruck Tap seems to have got a taller player in the ruck for Brisbane, which seems to be working out for them, because now they've got the inside 50. It bounces, no one gets to it. 1-on-1 in the square. Socket off the ground. Oscar McInerney gets the goal. So a quick response, and the scores are level again.
It's all level here. McStay thumped it clear.
So McStay's taking the rucks now, and they start winning them. Brass Gibbs gets wrapped up just inside 50 for Crows. They tap it out. They got numbers goal side of Brisbane. Ball spills. Tries to tackle. Oh, broken tackle again. Couple broken tackles. Brisbane still trying to work it out of the 50. They haven't got it yet. Ben Keys wheels around and misses.
Lucky to even score with that shot.
Crows up by a point.
Crows lead is now 1.
This is a tough one now, because O'Brien's come out of the ruck contest, and all of a sudden I think Brisbane's starting to look the better side, because outside of those ruck contests they do seem to be the better side.
Ball collected, just gets a hand in.
Saying that, they can't get out the 50 at the moment, and they're lucky because Tom Lynch misses. Tom Minch misses, is what I almost said. It's 3-3 to 3-1 now, so Adelaide might have... Oh,
Hand in the back. A bit unlucky as the
That's-
umpire plays deliberate. Just landed in his back.
I was going to say, that's a bit rough, because one of the Crows players went right up the back of a Brisbane player. It's the only reason it wasn't touched. And Daniel Rich is injured apparently. Yeah, so it would have been touched, but there was a specky take and it was deliberate out of bounds because no one touched it, but then also it was a push in the back. So anyway, Brisbane work it out the 50 finally. It's back to the centre of the ground. Daniel Rich got injured just before. It doesn't look like he's come off though. I didn't see it say he came off. Alan Christensen takes a mark on the 50. As the siren goes, he's got to take about a 55-metre kick to put Brisbane up at half time. He's taking his time with it too. Runs up, puts it to the top of the goal square. It's going to be touched and no score given. 2 points the difference at half time. Adelaide lead. And if Brisbane start getting more hit-outs like they did just then, they might actually start getting some wins on the board. Well, not wins, but, you know, might get some goals on the board at least. But it's an absolute arm wrestle at the moment. A lot of changes, and again, O'Brien in the ruck against whoever number 4 is. He boots it forward though because Brisbane keep getting the clearances. It's a high tackle against Dode. They kick it to the inside the 50. There was 3 Brisbane players that all couldn't get to it, and Reece Matheson manages to find the boundary line out of all of that. Neither ruckman get the ball there. It hits the ground with no one touching it. No one wants to pick it up. It's just sitting there flat on the ground. Everyone's bumping each other. Surely the rest of the quarter is not going to run out like this. Are you serious? I'm just going to pause the game here because I'm sick of this. Finally, it's soccered forward. I managed to unbreak the game. Ball comes out. Big slap. It's a goal. Lockie Neal out of nowhere puts the Brisbane Lions in front. And they're all just standing around. What's happened here? Tackled, he picks it up and just goes bang from 55. 4 points the difference. Game almost broke on me. Ball goes up, Riley O'Brien taps down and collects his own ruck work. Sloan breaks a couple tackles, but it's smothered. Ball goes forward for Brisbane. They can start putting the Crows to the sword here, but Rory Laird takes the mark. He goes across goal. That's right on the top of the 50. It's dropped. Can't believe that high tackle against Zorko, and the Crows escape with that. They were in real strife if that wasn't a free kick. The congestion just will not let it out. The Brisbane Lions just jumping on every single time Crows get the ball, and the ball goes forward now. Throwing the ball against Riley O'Brien. That's 50. He ran across the mark. What's he doing? He's not taking a set shot. Don't know why he thought about it. Soccered forward. No one in between them and the goals. It's gone to the... Oscar McInerney picks up the ball. He handballs it. No, he doesn't. It was a throw. Oh, no. David McKay went to kick it out, and he hit the back of the point post. It's actually called out on the 4. I don't think that is out on the 4. That would just be... Oh, boy. Lockie Neal has done the same thing. I'm pretty sure if he was outside of play, that would just be called a rush behind. I could be wrong though. I can't remember. Anyway, it was called out in the full. Crows have the ball and they run it out. They've got numbers and space. Kicks it forward. Intercepted, not quite. Goes up to the forward 50. What's going on here? Luke Brown took the mark, played on, got the ball to Jordan Gallucci, and Gallucci cleans up the mess, but that could have been a certain goal turned into a big mistake, but not to worry. Crows back in front by 2. This is another tight game. Quick tackle twice, 3 times. Crows are second to the ball, but they're not far behind. They've just got a quick clearance goal. Paul Seedsman was left with just enough space to just go bang. And 8 points the difference. Starting to look like Crows getting the ascendancy here. They win the tap again. ball just seems to be going in the direction of Adelaide's goals. And the siren goes for three-quarter time. It's 8 points the difference. Crows still holding on to that lead. At every break they seem to be in front. Inside 50s are now 11-8. Hit-outs 13-3. So Lions did get into the inside 50 a lot more there. They just didn't do anything with it really. Yeah. So let's get into it, I think.
Let's see what this last quarter throws up.
Few changes for Brisbane. Riley O'Brien wins the ruck again. I still want to know who number 4 is because I can't remember who it is. Why is he doing the rucks? That's the good question. And Adelaide, out of nowhere, Rory Sloane gets just enough on the ball to send it straight through the big sticks, and that will just about ice the game now. 14 points the difference. Ball goes up. O'Brien wins it again, but straight to a Brisbane player, and they've kicked that straight to a 2-on-1 contest. McGluggage had so much time, he stood exactly where he wanted to be the whole time, and he's nailed that kick to Hipwood. He's going to take this shot from about 35-40 out, and he needs to kick this to keep them in it. And he hasn't even kicked anything, it's out on the full. Zorho coming on for Jared Lyons. Maybe that might be the difference that they need. Stephen Martin, finally. He's not been in ruck all game. Don't know where he's been. It's a bit of a same thing as Grundy here. He doesn't want to be in the ruck. Ball comes to the 50. A big attempt from Marcus Addison, but it's called a push in the back because he didn't get any hands to the ball. And Keys decides to kick it 15 metres for Charlie Cameron to take a specky on someone else. He plays on, goes short. They're trying to get some sort of movement going where they're in scoring range. Jake Kelly gets tackled and it will be a ball up on the 50 again. Only half a quarter to go. Jake Kelly gets wrapped up again, so Zorko's only been on for about 5 minutes. He comes back off. Guess he wasn't really a fan of what was going on. Ball comes out of the 50 finally. Crows get a toe poke towards it, and now Stephen Martin's been injured. High tackle against David McKay, and they had all the run if he didn't do that. Unlucky. Ball comes out. They've got players goal side, and he misses. Lockie Neal could have given some life to this game, but he can't, and it's 13 points of difference, I think. Or was that 12 now? Yeah, okay, I know he's missed. Let's go. Yes, it's still 13 points the difference. Kick out needs to be good. It's short, and it's marked by Rory Atkins. Smothered. Now there might be some sort of thing going on. That's going to be deliberate. It's not. Daniel Talia just runs it out of bounds. And 6 minutes to go with 13 points the difference. Can't. I don't know who that was. Charlie Cameron came off. That's all I know. Quick intercept and a big kick to the goal line. It's Oscar McInerney. He needs to turn around and kick it straight away. Just don't go back. Just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. He's running off time off the clock. He's wasting so much time. And yeah, he wasted about a minute then. Was not aware of game situation, I think. I think he thought he had plenty of time to kick that. You don't want to run time off the clock. You're 7 points down. You need to get another clearance. Game not quite over yet. There could be a quick clearance, but let's see what happens in this ruck tap. Could be enough to kill the game. Well, Riley O'Brien's no longer doing the ruck taps, and that means Brisbane wins it. Collingwood. Crows get the ball. High tackle against Alan Christensen, and that's the game. Crows enter their 50. It's marked by Harris Andrews. He needs to go quickly. He won't because the game doesn't understand what anything but tempo footy is. High tackle against Rory Laird. Icing the clock a bit. They kick it forward. They need to get another kick forward. Ball comes out. No pride against Mitch Robinson. And the ball goes back up in the middle of the ground. Crows are going to come out on top here with 2 seconds left. And the siren goes. Crows have won 2 on the trot here. Well, both teams coming into this game, they lost round 1 and they won round 2. But Crows come out of this with a 2-1 record and Brisbane come out of it with a 1-2 record. not the way I thought this would be going. I don't know, maybe Brisbane's still got
At the end of the match,
2018's form instead of 2019 because they're playing like the old 2018 side. Inside 50s were 50-50, but the hitouts is where it was won. Always seems to be the stat that decides the winner. Crows had the more hitouts, so they won the match. Player of the game, I believe, will be shit, what was his name? Hugh McGluggage. I know they lost the game, but he was all over it. Am I right? He was the player of the game. Rory Sloane got second and Lachie Neale was third. So yeah, Hugh McGluggage, I know they lost, but this game doesn't care who wins and loses. McGluggage just got a whole bunch of the ball early on in the game. There you are, he got 2 goals. He's, I think, kicked the first 2 goals of Brisbane's first 2 goals, I should say. Also, joint major ball winner with Lachie Neale. Neale kicked 1 as well. Sloane only had 4 disposals, but he also kicked a goal, which was what sets him aside from Rory Laird and Paul Seedsman. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been The Pinking. We'll be back with another game later on today. It's also a Saturday game. Once again, I can't remember because I'm terrible with the fixture. Terrible with my own results for the games as well. According to this, the next game is North Melbourne versus Port Adelaide. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys